Oi, hello, everybody. Welcome to another Troopers on Break stream chat. What did I miss, chat? What did I miss? It is another Men's Mental Health Monday stream. How are we doing? Pro Mental Health Hour. Dang right, man. Yeah, dang right. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? My oh my. Well, we could do some Swigo. It's up to y'all. I don't care either way. We're just here to hang out. We're just here to have a good time. Just relax and stuff. Chat like, yeah, just having some good time, chat. I'm not worried about stressing. I'm not worried about gaming, anything like that. Star Wars, Grogu. Is there any news that we need to look at for Star Wars, perhaps? Any news going on? Oh, bro. Star Wars The Acolyte creator would absolutely come back for season two. Disney greenlit it. Please do not. Please. Please do not. Mandalorian Grogu, but Star Wars spinoff nearly 300 globally. Starfire character code name revealed, including Ryan Gosling's renowned pilot and war hero. Yep, zero companies coming out. We'll be sure to take a gander right there, chat. What's that? Mm. Oh yeah, bricks and minifigs. That's issue was resolved, chat. Welcome to Hell Week. Is Ryan going to be? I'm going to say this once here. Well, you know what? Let's take a little gander, chat. Let's take a little gander at this article and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, chat. Will Ryan Gosling play Dash Rendar? He's not wearing the iconic costume, right? This time, Shane Lyon, codename used for the movie's leads and backstory for Ryan Gosling. Okay. Codename for Gosling's character is Damon, even though the role wasn't initially written with an actor in the early 30s in mind. That changed when Barbie Star was cast. Is a renowned pilot and war hero whose fame made him a known person. Wishes he could escape the spotlight and live a non. About him being a former member of the Resistance. Deep breaths, chat. Deep breaths. Forward to the villain, and Matt Smith's code name is Gerald. Again, the character was also written for someone much older, like in their 50s and 60s, and two separate offers went out to establish big name Oscar-winning actors who both turned it down. Oh my. Mia Goth's character in Codename Kia, Mikey Madison, was indeed being eyed for a role and seemed to be able to be atop of Levy's list. Several unknown were considered to be the Frankenstein storyline department. What drew him Starlight? It was Sean's enthusiasm and his vision and script, and I avoided these things because they never felt right. And I'm glad I did because I feel like similar to a book like this, it was worth waiting for, and it is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Joining him are Flynn Gray. Uh, this film, yep. Oh, Kathleen Kennedy was part of it. Okay. I don't feel great about this, chat. I'm gonna be brutally honest. How are we feeling, chat? I don't feel splendid about it. I don't I don't like it. I get bad vibes. I'm not liking the early plot of this. And apparently the kid's force sensitive. But I assume just like everybody's force sensitive now. We got I don't understand it sometimes. It's like every single project has to have someone force it. The thing that I liked about Solo, yeah, there was Maul and everything, but they didn't force sensitive people onto us, right? Like you don't have to have someone have the force in every single project. Now, have I had criticism for Andor for not having lightsabers and stuff like that? Yeah. But it was still a fun project, and there were unique characters without forcing someone to have the force. This war hero is quote unquote probably going to be like, oh, I'm going to take you to Master Ray or Master Chat. I'm going to say this one time. Imagine he says, I'm going to take you to Master Skywalker. And at the whole mission of the movie is to find Ray. Imagine that is what the plot is going to be. Is that their whole mission is going to be to find Master Skywalker, and the end credit or like that final scene is where Ray shows up. Oh my, guys! I, hey, I don't know how I'd feel about that. That would legit make me mad. That's the one that killed the Emperor and saved the galaxy. Oh my. Let's look it up. Is Ray rumored to cameo in new Starfighter movie? Oh, why did I guess that? Why did I guess that, chat? Standalone adventure 5 years after the Rise of Skywalker, as stepping away from Rey Skywalker and Skywalker lineage. What? Oh no. Story itself, cast crew tease appear to be headed in kind of direction. General Prod described it as adventure tale with Gosling playing Uncle to child actor Flynn Gray's nephew, who's set to play a Luke Skywalker-esque young hero. Now, chat, you guys know that I enjoy the prequels more than the original trilogy. You all know that. That's no secret. Having said that, I have immense respect for the original trilogy. If you're gonna try to like reskin a newer Luke Skywalker, you will not. That is going to piss off your core fan base. It is going to piss them off. You don't want to do that. The duo is said to be traveling across the galaxy, coming against dark side forces that include characters Mia Goth and Matt Smith. It's unclear if they will be Sith. Oh, of course, they're going to be wielding lightsabers because anybody in this galaxy. Well, I don't understand, chat. When it comes to Star Wars, right? Right. I'm not saying that they can't introduce new characters, right? I'm not saying that. Look at Mando. Look at Moff Gideon. Look at Zeb. Look at what they did with the Rebel team and all that stuff. Look at what they did with Andor. Again, look at what they did with the Solo movie. Having said that, chat, why is it in every single project when they're like encountering a Sith, encountering like a Jedi, that's like a major thing, especially post Order 66. It is like extremely rare because of the Purge. Even well, moving. Here's my point. Even in Legends, I'm not a Legends fan. Like I respect Legends like I respect the original trilogy. I'm not gonna act like I'm a diehard Legends lore nut, right? Having said that, I know in Legends even it's not like there's Force users and Dark Side users running rampant across the galaxy going on adventures. They're not common by any stretch of the imagination. And all of a sudden, they're just gonna push out two more dark side users, and there's just gonna be this young force user, just out of the blue. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm not claiming to be a Legends nut when it comes to lore or anything like that. But in the original story, from what I've read in novels and from what my friends told me in legends, this should not be a common thing after Order 66 and after a lot of the Jedi that survived went into hiding. This should not be common, and there should not be this many new characters popping up. If dark side soldiers don't want Gray to get to wherever that is, what? Ray fills in some gaps in the broad story description that has been released. For starters, Gray's young character is almost certainly force sensitive. Oh, in terms of this point in Star Wars timeline, there aren't many, if any, Jedi left bar Rey. Just 6 years before Starfire, Luke Skywalker declared Rey the last Jedi. And although that is true, and although Finn might be a Jedi Knight, if they okay, well, here's the thing. Okay, I have a controversial take, and I know it's controversial. Would it happen after the reputation and damage that he did with Disney? I don't think so. I honestly would not be mad if they brought back Finn. And here's why. Here's why. He's a veteran soldier, and it would make sense if he had crossed paths with Ryan Gosling's character as war buddies, right? That would make sense. Because remember, he was in some kind of weird dynamic. He was co-general, right? It would make sense if he knew Ryan Gosling's character from fighting it with the Resistance. So, having said that, if Finn was like, if their whole point is, I have a warp, like, we're going to get you to safety and we're going to take you, like, to an old friend. And that old friend is Finn, who has been trained. He's not a master by any stretch of the imagination, but he's a knight, like the article says. I would not be mad if Finn was that character that they brought him to. I would not be mad. Right? I think that'd be fine. Wait, let me catch up with chat. 100% correct. Okay, I just want to make sure. The only lore I'd accept with a massive rebirth of Force users is a rebalance after Snoke, Palp, Rey, and Ben. Yeah. Finn deserves justice. I do agree on that. I do. They did his character so dirty. So dirty. I don't know, but I wouldn't be mad if Finn joined. Comes around. It's safe to say that Rey is still primary light side Force user. In the galaxy and likely looking to build a new Jedi Order. Right, I just get so confused. I get so confused with this new Jedi Order shit. Sorry, stuff. Because didn't Yoda say in The Last Jedi that the time of the Jedi is over? So, like, I thought they were moving past, like, the Jedi intuition, right? And now there's just light side and dark side users. Because here's the thing, chat. The Jedi Order is not. If you follow the light side path, that does not mean you're a Jedi. Let's make that abundantly clear. I know this much about the actual lore. Just because you follow the light side path and you're a good person and all that stuff, that does not make you a Jedi. The Jedi, being a Jedi is following a code, following an order, a lifestyle, a path from generations, millenniums. So if Yoda told Luke that the time of the Jedi is over, then don't you think Luke would tell Rey? Because we saw Luke has talked to Rey. We saw it in episode 9. He talked to Rey after his death. So it's not like she can't communicate with Luke. Like, don't you think he would tell her, hey, we're not doing this whole order thing? The Jedi, yeah. They have to do it later in the timeline due to the backlash if the set in the Old Republic if it's bad. Well, no, like, because, like, here's the thing. I don't like how they're calling it a Jedi Order. I don't. Because they said in the movie, not, see, this is BRB running around the office. All right. Here's my issue with Disney. If they're going to make something their canon, right? I'm not going off Star Wars canon. I'm going based off their canon saying that the time of the Jedi is over. Then why are you starting a new order? It just seems like they're contradicting their own story and their own plot. Now, if there was a new order and it wasn't called the Jedi, but they took some aspects of the Jedi Order, that would make sense, right? If it's like an order for light side users, but it's not Jedi Order, that would make sense to me. But to call it a Jedi Order and to follow the path of the Jedi after stating that the time of the Jedi is over, it doesn't really add up to me from the Disney storytelling aspect. It just does not. Why Rey will be important. Let's continue reading before I go in anymore. Rey's potential importance is the Star Wars Starfighter can be explained by what Lucasfilm have been planning for a number of years now. Said that they have been trying to push post Episode 9 stories as part of their new slate of films, with Rey at the center of them. Therefore, it makes sense for her to be the centerpiece of the story for Starfighter, even if she has a small role in the terms of time spent on screen. Uh, Additionally, if that's Lucasfilm's plan, then they could be trying to expand Star Wars Galaxy by creating a new story with new characters, but with Rey appearing towards the end of the movie as a means to secure box office success. Now, here's my thing, chat. I like Rey's character. They messed up her writing a little bit, though. I think they messed up her writing a little bit. But overall, I'm not controversial in saying that I like her character. And in a sense, I do like where she is right now, where she's sort of like a nomad, right? Where she's not like this big powerhead, this big figure in the New Republic or whatever. She's doing her own thing. I like that about her. Having said that, if they'll just make this into a propaganda for empowerment, right? That's where I'm going to have an issue. Disney and Lucasfilm reportedly both consider Daisy Ridley's hero to be one of the franchise's main box office draws. Now, I know I said what I just said about Ray. Um, I'm gonna put it to you lightly, Disney. You're probably never gonna see this, but I'm gonna put it to you lightly. Your biggest box office draws: Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker. We'll throw Grogu in. Why not? Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker. Those are your biggest box office draws. Respectfully, do not put Rey in the same category as them. And this is coming from someone who actually thinks Rey's character is interesting. Do not put her in that same category. You will just be disappointed with the expectations that you have. You will be very disappointed with the expectations if you try to say she's one of our biggest box office draws. No, she's not. Any project you put Vader in will do better. Any project you put Luke in will do better. Any project that you put Obi-Wan Kenobi in will do better. Any project you put Anakin Skywalker in will do better. And I'm going to say this, chat: Grogu is a better box office poll than Rey. I'll say it. I'll admit it. So that I disagree with. That's the first big thing that I disagree with. That this line, this sentence right here is the first big thing that I disagree with. Nothing else I can see. Then bring back Finn. Okay, Rey starting a new order. I don't like how it's called a Jedi order because I don't think it should be a Jedi order. It should just be an order. But I could see that. Kid being force sensitive, sure, whatever. Don't say she's one of your biggest box office draws. Don't say that. But Ryan Gosling says fans should be confident in the upcoming film. Still, Lucasfilm are thinking in terms of finances and box office revenue makes sense. Daisy starting out strong with Star Wars The Force Awakens earning over $2 billion the worldwide box office. Last Jedi, meanwhile, grossing $1.3 billion, and The Rise of Skywalker made just over $1 billion. Now, here's my question, chat. I'm assuming Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, all of them are done, right, chat? How successful do you think a movie tied to Rey without using the original trilogy can be? And I'm genuinely asking. I'm not rage baiting. I'm not trying to do any of that. How successful do you think a movie without any of the original trilogy cast being in it? Because remember, The Rise of Skywalker was Carrie Fisher's last appearance in a film, if I remember correctly. So, how successful do you guys think that can be? Because here's my concern. They're saying Rey is the biggest box office draw. But here's the thing that you guys are forgetting. They killed off Kylo Ren and they canceled the hunt for Ben Solo, right? So you no longer have Kylo. What's his actor's name? What's the actor's name? What's the actor's name for Kylo? I know his name. It's gonna upset me so much. Kylo Ren actor. Adam Driver. Thank you. So you don't have Adam Driver in there. Maybe you can use Force or whatever. She talks to him through the Force in the afterlife. Whatever. You don't have Adam Driver. You don't have Carrie Fisher. You don't have Harrison Ford. You don't have Mark Hamill. So with all of the, and you don't have Ian McDermott. You don't have Palpatine. There's no way. I'm not going to say there's no way. There is very little to no chance that they bring back Palpatine. So without those figureheads and those nostalgia bombs, do you guys think that a movie and a new trilogy without the original trilogy cast, without the nostalgia factor, can truly succeed in the box office? With Rey being the forefront, can Rey carry a new generation of characters being introduced? Without Luke Skywalker, without Rey, without Lando Calrissian, without Palpatine, without Harrison Ford, Han Solo, I mean, is Chewbacca going to be around, chat? We don't know. Where's Chewbacca? Now, chat, I do have a theory. I have a theory. Of what they could do, chat, if they are going to branch off with Rey. Type 1 if you want to hear my theory, chat. Type 1 if you want to hear my theory. Chewie, Grogu, and Rada would be a sick trio. Here's my theory. I believe if they want Rey to succeed in this new order, so think of it. Mandalorian and Grogu takes 5 years after. Takes place 5 years after. It would not surprise me in the slightest, in the slightest, if they loop in Grogu and they tie that character in, because by then he's like 60 years old in Mandalorian and Grogu. So it's going to be another 10 years, so it'd be 70. Movie takes place or a little bit. So he would be like 80 years old. So it would be like an early tween teenager maturity level Grogu. He wouldn't be a baby anymore. He would be a kid. I think he would be able to talk and everything. It would be a huge risk, but I could see that they could, in a sense, tie Grogu to Rey to try to ensure box office success. If they bring enough big name actors slash actresses to pair Daisy Ridley, might be able to stir enough interest. I'm going to say this one time. I don't think that's enough, GC. I'm going to disagree with you on that. And here's why. Look at the Solo movie. Look at all the actors that they brought in Donald McGlover for that movie. And it was a flop in Star Wars terms. I mean, if they do the Luke Skywalker treatment to Rey in a sequel, I think that would be good. She could go in exile, and we would barely see. Okay, Iron Deer. Okay, I could see them doing because, like, here's the thing, chat. They're introducing a lot of characters in this Mandalorian era that are living past normal life expectancies. They have Grogu, now they have Rada. I have a slight fear though, chat. I have a fear. If they loop in Ahsoka into this new trilogy in way, shape, or form, chat. As of this moment, before seeing Ahsoka season 2, I do not trust Disney at this current time to do anything with Ahsoka tying it to the Rey trilogy. I do not trust them because you know what they're going to do, chat. I know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to create a new threat, a new bad that's going to sell them toys and everything. And they're going to use Ahsoka's name. Oh, they killed Ahsoka Tano, the apprentice of the Chosen One. They must be a real threat. Is Ahsoka the most powerful character in Star Wars? No. Is Ahsoka a huge threat? Like when it comes to light side, is she on the same level as Luke Skywalker? No, no. Having said that, if they use Ahsoka as a stepping stool for the next generation, and they kill her off in the next trilogy with a no-name, nobody character, I will be absolutely livid in Star Wars. That would be the same level. So I chat. Y'all know Maul is my favorite character. Ahsoka is 1A. She is right below Maul. I sometimes flip flop them. If they use Ahsoka's character to bolster this next era of Star Wars, and they give her the Han Solo, the Luke Skywalker treatment, I may genuinely lose my brain cells. And I personally would be livid. Boogie, what's up, buddy? We're just talking Star Wars. We're talking about the new Starfighter movie. We're just talking about the new Starfighter movie, Boogie. So one thing I hear nobody and really nobody talk about is Skeleton Crew's sequel series. Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on Skeleton Crew. Let's focus. All right, chat. Let's finish this article before we give our final thoughts. Okay, let's finish this article. Yeah. Okay. Then there are the spin-off films, with Rogue One earning an impressive $1 billion, but Solo taking in only slightly less than $400 million. Sequel trilogy box office numbers, while impressive, do show a dwindling pattern, as do the spin-off films, with Solo earning less than half of what Rogue One made. As a result, Lucasfilm may be using Starfighter to prove that Star Wars is still a franchise that will drive audiences to movie theaters, especially as there hasn't been a film set in a galaxy far, far away for over 6 years now. Mandalorian Grogu, out this May in theaters, will break that trend and lead the franchise's return to theaters. But the title characters have, as of now, only been successful on streaming. It remains to be seen if the popularity will carry over into theaters. That may make a Rey appearance in Starfighter even more important for the franchise's long-term success moving forward. How Starfighter sets up Rey's Star Wars future. If this theory is true, and Flynn Gray's character is a Jedi Padawan seeking training from no. You are not a Padawan until you have been trained and you have a whatever. Whatever. Moving on. We're gonna let that one go. Seeking training from Rey, then this provides the perfect setup for her future in the series. Rey Skywalker solo film. Dubbed unofficially as it's not a Jedi Order. If it doesn't follow the same principles as the Jedi Order, it's not a Jedi Order. It's a new order. Moving on. Was was announced at Star Wars Celebration 2023, with the story said to be Rey's training a future generation of Jedi. What's up, Misa? Captain Silva, new big bad boss? That's the big bad boss that lost to a bunch of kids? Yeah, not worried. Greg could be a main part of that story, meaning that Starfire could act as a setup for Rey's new Jedi Order movie. Lucasfilm have at times attempted to make Star Wars like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, tying in one project with another as a means to convince the audience to watch both projects. The Mandalorian appearances in Book of Boba Fett is a prime example of that. So Gray's character could act in a similar role, linking Starfire with Lucasfilm's upcoming Rey-centered film. Starfire might also set up villains for Rey and company to come up against in the future. Mia Goth is reportedly the film's main villain, with Matt Smith acting as her second in command. And these are two high-profile actors that Lucasfilm and Disney may want to set up and keep around for new stories in the near future. If that's the case, then it would be similar to what they did with Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo, as The Force Awakens set the villain up before he took on a more central role in the story of The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Give me a second, chat. I need to process this. Oh my goodness. Now let's make this clear, chat. Let me make this apparently clear. As I previously stated before we read the article, I am actually a fan of Rey's character. Did they mess up the writing? Yes. Did they mess up her story arc, in a sense? Yes. They forced the Skywalker. They forced the Skywalker name on her. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel natural. But I like her character overall. Here's my thing, chat. Here's my thing, and I do have a theory, chat. I have a theory. Type 1 if you want to hear my theory, chat. I have another theory. Ro make a day about mental health and it's more mental training. Oh my, oh my. Oh, so you know how Disney just like seems to ignore the old Republic, chat, right? You know how they just seem to like put it to the side. My theory is they are trying to make Rey into this Satil Shan. Because they can't have Satil Shan or Basla Shan be the big bad woman, right? They want to make their character the way they want to. And what does that mean? They want to make their own powerful female character and write it how they want it to be written. They don't want to have to. So here's the thing, chat. They don't want to have to follow the confines of lore, even though they ignored it in The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker and all of that stuff. But anyways, their whole thing is they want to do it their way. It's their way or the highway, right, chat? So having said that, when it comes to Rey Skywalker, with them doing it their own female character with their own lineage and power, instead of it being Satil Shan, who's a descendant of Bastila Shan and Revan and stuff. No, we have Rey Palpatine, who's a descendant of Palpatine, the most powerful Sith ever. So technically, with you guys saying he's the most powerful Sith ever, we can make her as powerful as we want her to be, right? That's what they're doing with Rey, and that's why first thing I see when I'm trying to catch other chat, she is not a Sky. Chat in Disney's eyes, she is a Skywalker. She is a Skywalker, chat. In Disney's lore, she is now a Skywalker. She was trained by the Skywalkers, okay, chat? But if they're giving her the lineage of Palpatine and the training of Skywalker, so she has the bloodline of the most powerful Sith ever, and she was trained by the most powerful Jedi ever. Having said that, chat, having said that, they can make her power scaling absolutely ridiculous. And here's the thing, chat. My fear is that they are going to make Rey as powerful, if not more powerful, than Legends Luke. So that in our in the lore, she will technically be the most powerful force user ever. That's my fear, and that's my theory. because they set it up like that she has the quote unquote potential. She rose above her dark lineage. She was trained by the Skywalker lineage. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Right? Now, would I enjoy that? No. No. Hell no. Frick no. Absolutely not. But do I think that is a possibility? I do. I do. I do see it as a possibility. I don't know, chat. Am I excited about the Starfighter movie? That's what I've been getting a lot of questions about. So I always talk about it. Am I truly excited about the Starfighter movie? No. No. I do not care about the Starfighter movie. But troopers, you said you wanted lightsabers. You wanted force sensitivity. No. What I want is lore. I want understanding. I want character depth. I want respect to the canon. Am I jumping to conclusions? Am I jumping the gun? Maybe. Possibly. Probably. Having said that, there is nothing driving me into this film and there is no current project that gives me hope that this film will be great. None. Zilch. Nada. Chat, give me one reason why I should be excited about this film. I want you guys to try to convince me. Give me one reason why I should be excited about this film. I'll wait. I'll wait, chat. Give me one good reason to be excited. One good reason, chat. I don't see it, chat. Is there a more recent article? Is there a more recent article about Starfighter? Star Wars Starfighter. Maybe there's some new news. Mm-mm. No. What's the most recent article about it? Let's take a look. Saving Grace after Mandalorian Grogu disappointment. All right. Okay, let's see. One big streaming hits Mandalorian Grogu is shaping up box office flop. I agree. Now the pressure is on May's Starfighter to help prove that this franchise still belongs in theaters. It's an original story, and first to take place roughly 5 years after 2019's Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy No stranger to crowd-pleasing blockbusters is at the helm, while Ryan Gosling leads the cast and is arguably the movie's biggest adventure. Star Wars Starfire will be the final project set in the galaxy far, far away, produced under Kathleen Kennedy's watch. That's another thing, chat. This was while Kathleen Kennedy was still in charge. From here, it's down to new Lucasfilm co-president Dave Filoni to figure out how to get fans back in theaters. But we now have some significant potential story details from leaker Five Walker. For context, they previously revealed accurate plot details for multiple Star Wars movies, TV shows, and advance, along with a few movie scoops that will be later confirmed by Hollywood trades. Mia Goth will be playing a Force-sensitive lightsaber-using character. She will be working for a warlord. TBH, I hope this will be a well-written movie with have decent actors. Then I might be behind it, but just can't see it at the moment. Yeah. So we have a lightsaber user that's going to be working for the crime lord that I assume is going to be matched up with the nephew. And then they have to make him working for a crime boss. Makes no sense. Who is infamous across the galaxy. She is a Sith cultist. Those are false. I would describe her more as a mercenary. Think of Balin and Shin. While she has ties to Matt Smith's character, she has her own agenda and plans. Plans that might involve training a certain someone. Is everybody force sensitive? It's not training. Like you just find anybody. The leaker continues. His mother, Amy Adams, is force sensitive. So everybody and their mother is force sensitive. Everybody and their mother is literally force sensitive. Got it. And so is he. At the beginning of the film, she is killed, but in her dying moments gives her son her lightsaber. Who he has never met. The kid's pretty smart and manages to get off world. Finding his uncle in a cantina, a washed up pilot and war hero haunted by ghosts of his. This is supposed to be men's mental health stream. I'm gonna say this right now, chat. This is not helping my mental health when it comes to Star Wars. This is not helping my mental health in the slightest. This line lines up with claims that Gosling's character is traveling across the galaxy to deliver his nephew to someone who can train him as a Jedi. Rey Skywalker. It would be the neat tie-in potentially setting the stage for the long-delayed movie starring Daisy Ridley. Starfire cast led by Project Hail Mary star Ryan Gosling. Joining him are Flynn Gray, Winnie the Pooh, Matt Smith, and Mia Goth. Aaron Peer, Simon Bird, James Westman, Daniel Ings, and Amy Adams. This film produced Kathleen Kent. That terrifies me. That terrifies me. And him only getting 119,000 likes is actually showing how bad it is. Oh my, chat. All my faith in this movie is going to the gutters, chat. What film tradition? Came to visit once and ended up jumping into muddy water and getting behind the camera to shoot a fight scene. He insists that stuff Cruise shot is going to stay in the movie, which will be a neat Easter egg to the movie. Involvement. Levy is actually revealed. All right. Every Star Wars movie has lightsabers. Not the Mandalorian and Grogu. Grogu. Star Wars movie has a lightsaber. Even the two Star Wars movies that don't have any Jedi have lightsabers. Maul isn't technically with Sith anymore in Solo, so that's extra special. Wait, why does it matter that so there is going to be a lightsaber battle? Time period takes place in the era of sequel movies before Starfire. Luke Skywalker's new Jedi Order gets destroyed. Luke dies, Leia dies, and then Rey buries their lightsabers on the farm, and Luke hated living on, and that Leia had never been to. Palpatine died also. Chat, so like the whole original freaking cast is gone after he somehow returned. So the ranks of both the Jedi and the Sith are pretty thin. If more people are swinging lightsabers around 5 years later in Starfire, then that obviously changes. Of course, one thing that Levy neglected to mention was what color these lightsabers were in the scene that Tom Cruise shot. Rey had a yellow one for some reason when we last saw her, opening the door for all sorts of new colors in canon. So the Starfire scene could be an opportunity to go totally wild. We've seen purple and black, but what about brown? I don't care. Y'all know my name. Y'all know my name. A brown lightsaber. Brown. The Purge killed most of them, but people have kids and they can be. I know, Iron Deer. I know. If I see a brown lightsaber chat, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna call it the poop saber. I'm calling it the poop saber. It's getting called the poop saber. I don't care who's wielding it. Plot details. Let's see. Let's see. Lightsaber wielding mercenary, worst warlord portrayed according to Post. She is on the hunt for Ryan Gosling's nephew. Sith cultists, those are false. Yep, yep, yep. The Scooper also revealed details about Flynn's character and his family. Amy Adams plays the boy's force-sensitive mother at the beginning of the film. She's killed, but in her dying moments gives her son the lightsaber. The mother then tells her son to find the uncle whom he has never met. Of course they're going to bond. Scuba revealed that the character's code name during the project is Damon. The role originally written for someone in his early 30s. Yep, 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 yep. More and more I read about this movie, chat, the more I'm not looking forward to it. The more I'm reading about this movie, the more I'm not looking forward to it. Fuck who? Gone won a brown lightsaber. Here it my glowing. Are they gonna take 10 toys and put him pilot clothes? Stop reading, it's just making it worse. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know, chat. The more I'm reading it, the more depressed I'm getting. Star Wars Starfighter won't feature any legacy characters, and that's a good thing. Oh, brother. Let's see. What if they made a good Star Wars movie again? That's a slight oversimplification of this filmmaking process, I know. But the point stands anyways. Over 6 years removed from the disastrous Rise of Skywalker in 2019, it's gearing up for its long overdue return to with Mandalorian Grogu spinoff, blah blah blah. Time since outing, yep, took over proper control. Daunting prospect, even for a production starring Ryan Gosling with director of Deadpool Wolverine calling the shots. But where the recent sequel trilogy and the relatively standalone movie like Rogue One benefit of established franchise characters draw audience in. The creative team behind Starfighter is embracing a new challenge and emphasizing that things will be different this time around. In an interview with Screen Rant, Starfighter writer Jonathan Trooper clarified some things that have already been assumed about the new film. While promoting the Prime Video film The Wrecking Crew, had the question on all of our minds. In short, don't expect Desu X Force Ghost Luke to pop up. I'm so carefully not to reveal anything, but essentially, I think it's known that we have no legacy characters. You're not going to see any of the characters you've seen in the other movies. Men's mental health stream. Men's mental health stream. So let me get this straight. There's the possibility of a brown lightsaber, a poop saber, if I may. There's going to be no legacy characters, so we're not tying in any of the lore. And now you're telling us that this is just going to be a completely new thing. A new Star Wars adventure focused entirely on new characters and new settings instead of constantly trying to score nostalgia points. What a concept. Starfire has potential to finally drag the franchise into a whole unfamiliar territory, which would be a rarity when compared to practically every major feature release in theaters, even dating back George Lucas's original movies. Hey, here's the thing, Disney, and this is one thing I will stand on. And this is coming from someone who actually likes Rey's character. You can't criticize and say George wrote Star Wars, he wrote the universe the wrong way. When he freaking created the Star Wars universe. Moving on. The various shows have been far more successful in this regard. First, The Mandalorian, and continuing through The Bad Batch, The Acolyte, and Skeleton Crew. Despite some obvious legacy connections, we also include the boundary pushing Andor in this spiritual club. But before any misguided fans start marching on Lucasfilm's headquarters, that's not to imply anything untoward about how Starfire will fit into the overall canon. Okay, yeah, went on to describe how this new experience will still remain consistent with what we know and love about Star Wars. Obviously, lightsabers are a part of the universe that, in that part of the galaxy, explains. So there are certain things that are still hallmarks of Star Wars that it's good to have in there, but more than that, I can't say. Hey, Sean, Jonathan, Johnny boy, I'm gonna tell you something. I know I said that I was upset there wasn't a lightsaber in the Mandalorian and Grogu. I did say that. I'm not gonna retract that statement. Just because you have lightsabers in there does not mean it's a good Star Wars film. I think everybody in the chat can agree that just because you have a lightsaber in the movie does not make it a good Star Wars movie. That doesn't make it. So, what upsets me with this when where is it? New experience that remains consistent with what we know about Star. Obviously, yeah. Hallmark Star Wars, that's good. Where is it at? Where is it at? In new setting instead of constantly trying to scar, yeah. Unfamiliar territory. You know what that screams to me, chat? We're gonna say screw the lore, the canon, legends, all that stuff that they had. And instead, we're just gonna do whatever the hell we want. The cast as promising as this one in a post-credit Skywalker saga setting, hopefully unencumbered by any pre-established lore. Starfire has all the potential in the galaxy to fly sky high. After the diverse sequel trilogy, there's pretty much nowhere to go but up. Nowhere to go but up. Oh, we went down the Acolyte. We thought everyone I think can agree. The sequel trilogy is not bad compared to what they did with the Acolyte. I think everybody can agree to that. Acolyte was not successful. Chat, call me out if I'm saying anything that's BS. Y'all can call me out. The Acolyte was not. Wait, did they call the Acolyte a success? Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Did they call the Acolyte a success? Oh, various shows have been far more successful in this regard. First with The Mandalorian, continuing through The Bad Batch. I'd say the controversial one was Andor. Oh my goodness. If they are calling the Acolyte successful, chat, this movie's already plundering into freaking depths. Rainbow Saber next. Oh gosh. Troopers, for this and for future movies, you better not just read stuff before watching movies. Back in the day, we only had TV spots to make our mind before watching the movie, and the experience was. We had to overanalyze movies before they come to the big screen. Are they rage bane? Andor was good. If this is all right. If I hear how the Force is a thread in this movie, how this how the Force is aligned in a sense, and they are going to tie in the Acolyte in any way, shape, or form. Chat, we're going to have a problem. We are going to have a freaking problem. If they are comparing this movie to The Acolyte, chat, if they are comparing this movie to The Acolyte, and I gotta be careful with how I say this, because I know it's not just Men's Health Month, it's also the Pride Month, whatever they call it. I don't care about people expressing that stuff. All right, chat. I'm not trying to get political. I'm just talking about the movie, chat. We're not going to get into political, what's right or wrong. Okay? People can speak what they want to speak. Fine. It gets annoying when an agenda is forced on us. As someone that likes Rey's character, it gets a little annoying when Rey seems to be having plot armor being pulled out of her behind and defeating every single enemy out of the wazoo. It got annoying when Luke Skywalker seemed as if he was invincible at times. I could say that. I am going to say this. If you give us unestablished characters with either a woke agenda or plot armor coming out of the behind, the kid escaping a situation where the mother, who is obviously trained being force sensitive in a sense, because she has a lightsaber in chat. Remember, you have to have some level of force mastery in order to craft a lightsaber. And she is killed. They said that she's killed at the start of the film. And this kid somehow magically escapes unscathed. Man, I'm promoting men's mental health. This reading about this film is not helping my mental health. I will say that right now, chat. Chat, am I alone, chat? Am I alone? Like, feel free to speak up. Feel free to speak up, chat. I am being so serious, chat. Where are we at? I need to get more soda, chat. Hold on, because I'm losing my mind. Do I need to make a video on this? Chat, do I need to make a video on this at this point? Like, this is getting crazy to me. If the people that are tied to this film are considering the Acolyte a success and they are following those footsteps, this movie is doomed to fail. My parents and I don't have a rocky relationship, but looking back, I can respect one thing they said. The theory of insanity. Doing the exact same thing and expecting a different outcome. That's what I'm reading right here. That is exactly what I'm reading right here. Now, don't get me wrong, chat. Don't get me wrong. I already know what people are going to say. You didn't like the Acolyte because of the LGBTQ representation. Hey, I have a little fun fact for everyone that says that. Dr. Afra, who is bisexual, likes men and women, she is one of my favorite scoundrels in the Star Wars universe. Do you want to know why? Because she is a well written, badass character, but she's not overpowered, and her character makes sense. I think her character is an absolute badass, and know what? If they brought her to the big screen, I would love it. I would absolutely 110% love it. But is Disney going to do that? Do you want to know why they're not going to do that? I'll tell you why they're not going to do that. They are not going to do that because then they would know they would have to follow a certain confine of pre-written lore that the Star Wars fan base follows. That's why they wouldn't do that, chat. But if they bring up new characters and they create them, hey, it's their vision. They can do whatever they want to do. That's my concern, chat. That's my concern. Look at Lego, for instance, chat. There. Shout out to M Booth. We got Commander Bly, right? In the new Lego set that he sent us, which we are going to build on a men's mental health stream. I'm not sure if we're going to do it at this point on this stream because we're in the thick of it right now, chat. But They are changing how they make clones by not doing cloth waste tapes. How am I tying this in? Just hear me out, chat. Just hear me out. Okay? They're changing the narrative of how clones are designed because it is their creation. They are creating a new mold for what a character is. That is exactly what Disney is doing. That sounds like the start of Rogue One with a lightsaber. Oh my gosh, Iron Dude, you're right. Iron Dude, that is exactly it. That's like Jyn Erso. It sounds exactly like Jyn Erso, except there's a lightsaber involved. And she's sent to find an old veteran war hero. Saw Gerrera, Ryan. Ryan, dear, I am so glad you are a mod and that I paid attention to that chat. Oh my goodness. It is literally the beginning of Rogue One. How did I not see that? Oh my goodness. It is literally the beginning of Rogue One. That all right, chat. I'm done. I'm done, chat. I'm done. I about that, chat. I can't right now to take a break and go to SWGOH, chat. Can we go to SWGOH? Let's go to SWGOH, chat. I need a break from that. Oh my goodness. That is such a valid point. It is literally the plot is the beginning of Rogue One. Grand Arena? We have to do Grand Arena, chat. We have to do Grand Arena. Chat, I'm going to say this once. Lock in. Things are about to get ugly. I can't believe I thought of that. Starfighter's opening scene is literally Rogue One. Iron Deer, you are a freaking genius for pointing that out. You are a freaking genius for pointing that out. Fine with him taunting, actually. I'm fine. You want to know why? Because I can do this. That's great. That is great. That's great. That's fine. Then we're going to swipe just like Tinder, Kylo, just like Tinder. Don't lie. We know you swiped right. I want to siphon. I want to get a little more siphon. Yeah, actually. Yeah. Ultimate. I can't believe I didn't think of that, chat. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Let's get some shock on her. Okay. Oh, is that the game you want to play, Ahsoka? Really? Let's go here. Nice hit right there. Siphon. That's fine. You could die off. I mean, I don't care. Oh no, she's about to go into ultimate. I'm so scared. Oh, what will we ever do? Oh god, brother. Oh brother. This gonna get ugly, isn't it? This gonna get ugly, isn't it? Fine. Again, I'm fine with this. Let's get full alt though. Let's get full alt. Kylo's tanking it. Siphon a little more. Nice. Ultimate. Nicely done. Oi, oi, oi. Now for Quadmate, we need someone to clutch up right here, chat. We need someone to clutch up. We need y'all to clutch the F up. Not one. We need y'all to clutch the F up. I like that. I like this actually. Let's go. Let's go. That's not a great start, chat. I'm going to be brutally honest. That's not a great start. That is not a great start, chat. Spell all that. We need to get Mark over. I mean, you need to get that over there. Mark him. Shinobi's gone. That is absolutely a beautiful play. Is that supposed to scare me, Qui Gon? Was that? Oh, you guys hit a little hard, huh? Cleanse everybody. Buff dispel. No, or is it just stun? Man, I forgot. My bad. We're not worried in the slightest, chat. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh my, what will we ever do? We do need to get we might need to mark down Quadmate. We might need to mark down Quadmate. Cleanse! I like that actually. And then we're gonna mark Quadmate down. Oh, that is absolutely a huge W right there, chat. This is a huge W. I ain't worried about any of that. Come on. Stun him. Nice. Mark. Beautiful. Max banners as well, chat. Very noise. Did they drop? Yeah, so they dropped the battle on Hondo. They have not gone up here yet. They probably had to use two GLs on my Hondo. Beat my job up. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what they can do, chat. Now, where are we using Darth Bane? My Bo-Katan Mandalore is not equipped for this fight. She is not. Having said that, chat, I think this is where we use Bane. I think this is where we use Bane with the Wampacron. Just to play it safe, chat. Just to play it safe. Oh, great. Siphon. We can get CX2 out fast. I wouldn't be mad. That's not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. CX2 is going under stealth. That's fine. Feed me the stats. CX2, you need to go down. CX2, you are pissing me off royally. You are royally pissing me off. I'm not liking this so far, chat. I'm not liking this so far. Save it, actually. Gain CX2 out is first step, chat. Gain CX2 out is first step. Let's go. Let's go. Swipe. Healing immunity is nice. Healing immunity is nice. A big hit right there. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Oh, brother, Reva, 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 Reva. Can you do me like a solid favor and just not be a pain in the ass? What's your Dacron stats? A lot of crit damage. All right. That's not great. I'm gonna be brutally honest, chat. That's not great for us. We could try something, chat. We could try something. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. Or do we want to save Night Trooper? How about this? Yeah, I don't want to invest too much. All right, let's go. Yeah, oh no, we'll doom you. We'll doom you. Yeah, your hatred doesn't mean diddly squat to me. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Yeah, yeah, that's about what I expected. That's about what I expected, chat. Yeah. So we gotta throw something serious at this, brother. Let's go. Let's go. Can we not? Can we not do that? Can we not do that? Can we not do that? Nice damage immunity. That is clutching up for us. We need stun. That dodge was absolutely brutal to us. We need Shin to get a big freaking hit. Shin, you better be going. Of course, you're not going next. Of course, you wouldn't be going next. Why would you go next? That would just help our cause. She's going to heal up on the next. Come on. I actually have an idea, chat, to make this battle easier. I have an idea. So that we don't have to throw any more like massive teams at it. Where you at, CLS? Yeah. Yeah. Give me some. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. Let's go. Let's go. Get them out. Nice job reducing termi. Oh, of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. Hey, we got the one that we needed to get out. Now we just need to throw something with high relics at it. I know exactly what to throw. I know exactly what to throw. Oh, there we go. We need more help. Chat, we're not throwing anything serious at it. Well, we're gonna find out real. Okay, Padme, do you want to get a turn in, Padme? Padme. Oh, shit! You're just getting like 50,000 turns. Got it. Got it. Oh, that's great. That's so. It turns out we got to. We got to turn. We got to use something serious. Wait, chat. Why did I not think of this earlier? Why did I not think of this earlier, chat? Sure. Oh no, I'm so scared. I'm so terrified. What will we ever do? Oh no. This is so scary. Oh my. Yeah, y'all are really getting me, huh? Y'all are really getting me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really scared. I don't know what I'll ever do. So scary. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, get out. Yep, thank you. And bye-bye. W's! W's! Darcher Ramoth Gideon. Man, I ain't even worried about Darcher Ramoth Gideon. Can I throw like a B tier team? No, no, let's throw. No, no, I know what to throw. Yeah, we don't need to throw anything serious at this. Just throw. Sure. Oh, Depa Balebe. Oh, she just want to get him the hell out. Yeah, because we prevent revives, I believe. Oh yeah, that was a great move, buddy. Great job. Great job, Dark. Hey, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. I see how dangerous you are. I really do. Yeah, you're a real threat, bud. Oh yeah. Hmm. Nice. We love to see it, Chad. We love to see it. Oh no, Gungans are in the back wall, chat. What will we ever do? We'll find something. Chat, trust me, we will find something. Yeah, I ain't worried about that back wall. I ain't worried. Nice. Two's better than none, chat. Two's better than none. Oh yeah, we have conquest that starts today too. Oh brother. Oh brother. Oh yay! We have Zetas. Nice challenges. Just get those knocked out. Yeah. More Zetas. Nice and nicely done. Um, pass. Sure. Give it to me. Give it to me. Mm-hmm. 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 Nice. Campaign. Let's get some mad materials. We gotta do our Clay farm. Brother, please, 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 please. More than one? More than one shard, please. Hey, we got two. You know what? I said more than one. Look, chat, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. I wanna go here. Ravens Claw. Hey, we got Ravens Claw. All right, all right, all right. Hey. That's a W in my book. And then, is there anything else that we need to farm, really? Anything? For sure. You know what? Let's get some Zuckus shards. Let's see if we get a. Nope, absolutely zero. Chat GG's. We fell off. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shipments. Boom, boom, and boom. Nicely done. Yeah, we don't need to grab anything there. Galactic War, nicely done. Yep. And good old Coliseum. Are we in top 30? That's all I care about. Oh, damn, we're a little low, chat. We're a little low. That does nothing for me, though. No, I don't even care enough. I don't even care enough. Hey, if we drop out of top 30, we drop out of top 30, chat. You know what? Screw it. Abeloff. Uh, Later. All right. You have a good day, man. You have a good day. Sure. W's. Nice. Yeah, couldn't finish the job. Of course, we didn't get a stun there. And there. Oh, he survived. Actually, let's just basic. Why not? Why not? I actually want to go with a unique approach. Nice! Mark, man, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. Not going to do diddly squat. Don't let him get contract. Don't, you idiots. You idiots. Come on, get in. Thank you. Thank you. Now they can't get contract. Well, they can't, like, y'all know what I mean. Then we're gonna go right here. Thank you. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Of course that was dodged. Of course it was. Yep, we're gonna go right here. Nice. Mass swarm over there. Nice. Just a little basic right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Very nice. There we go, chat. There we go. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, bada boom. We love to see it, chat. We love to see it. Also, chat, update the package should be on its way, chat. The super secretive package should be it's on its way, chat. It should be. Keyword is should be. So we're very excited about that as well. Yeah, it'll be a blast, chat. It will definitely be a freaking blast. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a video opening or if I'm gonna stream me opening the package. I have not decided on that yet. Keyword is yet. I have not decided yet. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we got Conquest today. We got Colonel Ward 7 stars. We got a lot of stuff, chat. We got a lot of stuff. So I'm not too worried about it, chat. Not too worried about it. We got plenty of stuff going on today. It's gonna be a busy day. Is there anything else that we want to do? Uh, boom, 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 boom. Deep down, I hope I lose that battle, chat. Deep down, I hope I lose that battle. I mean, sure, we can do a raid attempt. Sure. I mean, we talked about the new movie for like an hour and a half, and it's a men's mental health stream, and it just made a lot of us more depressed. So, I mean, we might as well do this, right, chat? Right? We might as well. All right, let's see if we can just win this battle, please. Please, please just win this battle. Don't make me go down to a relic 1 tier. Don't make me go down to a relic 1 tier. Don't you freaking dare make me go down to a relic 1 tier. Wrong ability, I assume. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. We're going to a relic 1 tier. Screw that. I ain't dealing with that, chat. I ain't dealing with that. Oh, I'm in. Nice. You are being a bunch of jerks. You know that? Thank you. Can I? Can I get a thank you for actually doing your job? Wow. Is it that hard, guys? Was it really that much of a struggle? Beautiful. W's! Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Just don't jerk. Spell that. Heal. Spell. Basic. 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 Okay. Basic. Thank you. Oh no, I'm so scared. I'm so terrified. What will we ever do? Thank you. Basic. Mass swarm. And assist. Thank you. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Get out of the room. Nice. Love to see it, chat. We love to see it. Nicely done. Nicely done. Not going to complain one bit, Chad. Not going to complain one bit about that. I ain't mad at that, Chad. I ain't mad at that. Yep, we're going to get that right there. Oh, we might as well finish our raid attempts, chat. We might as well while we're here, and then we can start, and then we can start winding down and head out, chat. Because we gotta do another stream. But I do enjoy these mental health streams, chat. Chat, I really, really do. Sure. Nest is about to nuke the living piss out of everyone. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I warned y'all. I warned y'all. Nicely done. Let's go right here. Get those exposés out. Nice. Yeah, big mistake. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Very nice. Quick, easy, simple, in and out of there. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Is there anything else that we need to do, chat? I mean, unless you guys want to build Lego or do Jedi Fallen Order, I think that's a good wrap. I think that's a good wrap on it. 610 days in a row, chat. It's crazy. We're 90 days away from 700. Think of it, chat. We are less than 3 months away from, yeah, we're less than 3 months away from day 700. It's crazy to think about, chat. It's crazy. You know what? Boy Gaming streaming. Let's make sure we show him some love, chat. And I'll catch y'all later. God bless y'all. Men's mental health is important. Remember, as always, chat. We always have a good time here. Y'all ever need anything, let me know. God bless y'all. May the force with you, and have a good night. Peace. Bye.